corner, gets loose, up the hill, and the 18 car into the wall.
It looked like the 51 actually clipped the right rear of that car and just got it pointed in the wrong direction there and got the fence.
Bam, right there.
Yeah. And it just got that car pointed to the right just a little bit, and then when he corrected it to go up the racetrack, I got on all the loose stuff.
Caution out for the first time, and it's the guy we were talking about before we went to break, and that would be Daniel Suarez.
We saw smoke, and that means a right rear tire rub, and it just blows out on the straightaway, and into the outside wall he goes. Just a result of that contact racing 3 wide.
Excuse me on the outside, the 51 car, 51. He didn't give you any room at all. Excuse me, Bob, we're in the middle.
You're able to run a little bit smoother groove through the center of the corner and carry more momentum up off the corner. But Allgaier is really good off the bottom of these corners on exit.
3 wide for 12, top for Cash. Holding those spots right now, Justin Allgaier third, and right behind him, teammate William Byron, who's looking to go by on the inside. They're in lap traffic.
On entry, Kevin.
Yeah, and this is just one of those situations like we were talking about earlier with the young guys. You get them underneath, and with that little spoiler in the back of the car, these cars are a little bit harder to handle underneath because it just takes the downforce off the car. Tiff makes a little bit of a wiggle right there, gets into the side of the 62. I think the 62 might have been mad. It looked like he was just flooring it right there, and it popped his left rear tire.
Watch this. He gets position, but you're loose on the bottom. Hits that yellow line, and the thing just starts to shake. Probably some rear tire chatter. Into gone.
It looked to me like once there was contact that Tiff really backed out, said, I made him mad, I don't want to make it worse.
Well, and
you read that too?
Sometimes that makes it worse for the car because it's like a magnet. You just get glued to him and you can't get off the side of him.
Oh, man.
I mean, on the heels of what happened last Sunday in Las Vegas, I could see a young kid saying, oh my gosh, I don't want to make him angry. Under caution for the 3rd time, Justin Allgaier leading this thing.
Down the back stretch and going into turn 1, and that was basically Tyler Reddick saying, boys, I'm here. I don't have a... Just out of the groove.
Oh, my.
Oh, man, that's heavy contact, too.
Now, he's a dash for cash guy, but at the top 12. What's he doing here? That's his teammate behind him in the 21 of Daniel Hemrick.
Well, it looks like he's actually trying to tell him that he's going to go high or to tell Hemrick to go.
I think it's this 3 wide battle in the middle here. And up the hill goes the 90 of Gosselin into David Starr. Just missed the corner for some reason. I don't know if he got loose when he turned it in, but was nowhere near the bottom of the track.
Mario was running back in the 3rd.
Last lap, got shuffled out a bit. Top 10 finish, though, but it looks like maybe trouble in the right front, Kevin.
Yeah, and that has all the looks of a right front tire going down, but I would bet that it's probably from the brakes melting the bead.
And the melting bead turned into maybe brake fluid and a bit of a fire there. Joey quickly exits the machine. Tough break for that team. Deep into the corner. Clears Jones.
Okay, we know he's not been great on the long run. 35 to go. Oh, near contact there as Jones tries the crossover.
He's going to get to the inside, Adam. Check out Jones, rattles his cage a bit. Bam.
What Jones has got to know on those 2 tires, his only hope is...
In the 24 car, down into turn 3, is that Daniel Hemrick loose on the bottom? No, Daniel was up ahead against his teammate. That was the 33 of Brandon Jones that he got tangled up with. Whoa, just keeps her out of the outside wall.
2nd week in a row, Herring's been driving that 24 car for JGL Racing. Corey LaJoie going to return.
Well, we might not want to stir it up that much.
Blake Cook was 16th.
Well, when you race down into the corner side by side, you can see both guys are wrecking. You know that it's a possibility the guy underneath you is going to get loose. You certainly don't expect him to, but you got to be aware that it might happen.
Well, and in the years past, this hasn't really been the case for these guys in the Xfinity Series. I think as you see the smaller spoiler and everything that's happening this year, a lot of these guys are learning that, you know what, these things are pretty loose underneath each other, and they keep learning lesson by lesson here.
Great cameras.
Oh, we got a crash in turn.
Austin is here.
No caution. Caution will be out, though. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. You okay?
Dylan went around, collected Ryan Sieg. Austin had restarted in the 5th position, was 6th when he went around.
And look who's raced themselves into position. Talk about 100 grand. William Bubba Wallace is racing on the inside of Austin Dillon. You see Elliott Sadler get loose off the corner there. That opened the door for Byron, and bam. That's Cole Custer that drives into the side of Dillon. And unfortunately for Ryan Sieg, you can see Custer just couldn't get the car turned to the bottom. Maybe loose in, Kevin?
Yeah, sometimes when they get loose in, or you get on a splitter and you just can't get the thing to turn, or you don't want to turn the thing because you feel like it might spin out, and unfortunately Austin was right there.
On board with Brennan Poole here.
Stay low here. Stay low. Come low. Come low. Come low here. Caution. Caution will come out. Caution down. Caution down. Good to back it down.
You saw the back of the 00 indeed step out on entry, and then when he corrected it, he hit Dillon.
Dillon not happy with the rookie Cole Custer.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff that you don't really want to see. That's kind of Saturday night stuff there. It's racing, stuff happens.
This is after the crash. You see the damage for Austin. And just waited for him over off of turn 2.
Yeah, and if I'm Cole Custer, I'm going to try to find me somewhere to hide behind, because his spotter's probably on the radio saying he's waiting on you, Cole, and just get by another car so that you can't be taken out.
Yeah, and like you guys said, I mean, NASCAR has been very clear that that's not something that they want to see, and as a competitor,
special press conference unedited.
Everything's great. Looking forward to a fantastic weekend here in Phoenix. Back to the racetrack.
What did Logano do? What did Logano do wrong, and were you racing any differently?
Everything's great. Looking forward to getting back to the racetrack and getting into my race car.
Are you okay with Joey moving forward?
Everything's great. Really looking forward to getting in my race car and getting back here at Phoenix.
Speaking of that, are you glad that this is over and now you can get in the car where you're comfortable and get back to racing?
Everything's great. Really looking forward to getting bach into my car and being here in Phoenix.
Joey called you this week. Is that a positive?
Everything's great. Looking forward to getting back into my car.
Good luck. Thank you.
And with that, he strode to his car and got in it.
And everything is great.
I didn't know that.
No, everything's great. A wall. Oh, that thing just never turned.
You know, yeah,
right
almost,
front.
I don't know if it got on the splitter or if the front end, the front tire locked.
You see him right here. He's coming off the corner, and it just snaps around with him.
Yeah, he's following his teammate Denny Hamlin off of turn 2 and really got in the gas.
See that right front blow right there, and then that's kind of let the splitter get down on the ground. That car just stepped out. I mean, wow. I think he was trying to stay with Hamlin.
We've seen a lot of cars talk about loose getting into turn 1 and loose laid off of turn 2, which is right where that car came around.
He was trying to make a pass, and the car just got...
Oh, that's really strange how he got loose.
That thing just turned and went up the hill.
I mean, that's an awkward place for the car to get loose. I'm wondering if there's something else that happened.
We're late with it. There was contact coming into the dog leg that precipitated.
We may see a demonstration right here.
You can see Jimmy's using that apron to get to the left rear quarter panel of the 88.
He got a little loose.
He just took the air off of him. Junior was trying to get back to the throttle, and yeah, you can hear Junior tried to squeeze that throttle, and the back just wasn't quite there for him. I really think that's a tight, getting loose type of.
She wiggles when she walks. This thing is moving all over the place.
Casey Kane, all 4 tires down on the apron as he comes up on the racetrack. That's what I call loose off.
Kevin Harvick takes
up on the outside. Man, they're going to be 3 wide.
He's going to get the outside of 22. 3 wide.
I don't like the looks of this. Something's got to give.
Unfortunately, Logano's going to have to give.
Not yet. Maybe now.
Not yet. 41 to go in stage 2 as sparks fly in the desert.
See there, the car just never turns straight.
Yeah, it's either a tire went down or a brake issue.
I
right
think
front
it
looked
was
like it was locked
brake,
up.
I think it's a brake issue that caused the tire problem.
That could be.
Probably.
Oh, he brushed the wall as we saw from
Getting
Dale
a wreck
Jr.'s.
there. Got one of the fence here in the one. So caution. Yeah, keep going till I tell you.
A little loose getting in, but Clint Boyer overly happy right now as he battles side by side, door to door with Ryan Newman.
Green flag.
Well, keep an eye on Kyle Busch on the outside. Look, he already is getting a run on Chase Elliott. Makes contact.
He'll make him some room over there. Scoot over a little bit. Give me a little room.
Probably going to give Larson the lead right here.
But here comes Elliott.
Oh,
crossover move. How about that?
That's a nice move right there, boys.
Now, can he clear?
Joey Logano up ahead is Kenseth in 15th place.
Oh, wow. Yikes. Man, that hurt.
That's when you're really thankful for a safer barrier.
You just don't know how that feels. If you've never been in a car that hits the wall like it, you just can't imagine what it feels like. It's like getting hit in the gut with a baseball bat.
Matt?
And Mike, this run, Matt Kenseth have been complaining the 20 car just plowing tight.
Well, and Matt, you bring that up. When the car is that tight, what do? You use more brake to slow the car down to get it to turn in the.
He's on the outside.
Yeah, what that is the right front goes down. There's no interliners in these tires. Goes down onto the splitter and probably the whole right side. Wow, look at that angle. What an impact. But the whole right side of the car basically dragging underneath.
And there's no warning, Mike. I mean, you're in the gas, you got the wheels turned to the left, and it takes off to the right and hits the wall.
Reed Soren makes one more look at why we're under caution. Matt Kenseth. There's David Reagan.
Oh, he cut a left rear down. That fender was rubbing. That's going to take out Greg Galding.
Yep.
Send both of them backwards into the fence.
And they were racing for the free pass position. We'll double check that with NASCAR scoring. Ouch.
You think this little 1 mile racetrack, you're not going that fast? I tell you, you look at the damage done to these cars when they hit the wall, they're going really fast.
Boy,
Denny Hamlin in the 11 back in 24th.
Don't you just feel
Busch? What happened to Bain?
Yeah, he gets wide off of 4.
Yeah, got a little bump there. You see a piece of debris fly off the car. I don't know what that was, but something flew off of it.
Blaney into the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Has to chase it up the hill.
Gosh.
Whoa!
He almost spun that baby out. Good job, Blaney. That thing was gone.
2:57. 50.
What are you laughing at? We're just saying, well, that 20 car is the only one that's about a blown bead, and then Jeff said, just wait.
Well, I just felt like this is the first long run that we've really had in a while. You can see right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, as you get to the later stages of the race like this, and you have that kind of a long run,
man,
it's just gonna.
Good grief! Watch the 78.
Well, the hose is way out there. For heaven's sake, he can't get out behind him, and he finally
looked like they're pushing that car.
And
oh my gosh, it's like a big rubber band.
You don't want to get anywhere close to that.
Busch are right in the midst of it. Here's the first incident of late.
So
Michael McDowell, his home race, right there.
Now that looked to me like something. McDowell didn't like what happened prior to that. He drove in there really deep, got on his rear bumper.
Stop mirror driving me and just go. Inside.
Made some contact through the tri oval. That was the 95 of McDowell's radio.
Has a problem bringing out the caution.
Down into turn 1, melts the right front tire bead, and into the wall hard he goes. And the irony of this, causing the caution that eventually cost Kyle Busch the win.
And that is where we're concerned about those right fronts from excessive brake heat and melting the bead of the tire.
Oh yeah, you can see it's going down right there. Bam! Oh my gosh! Hard hits. Woo!
Joey was 11.
Right front.
Look at these sudden impacts.
Hold it up there if you can, got something coming.
Now, what I found so interesting.
2 more coming.
about that is you could see in his hands, as soon as he let off the gas and got on the brakes and that tire loaded up, boom, that's when it went.
Pit road is open. Here come the leaders, Matt.
And Mike Rack
he's going to be 3 wide when we go down into turn 1.
Green flag.
Big mess down here in turn 1.
Newman gets a big jump.
Yeah, but that's going to open the door for Larson with those 2 fresh tires. Oh no, that's 17 got in the side of 42.
They're okay. They've come off the corner hard.
Here comes that 18 down on the inside.
McMurray slowing to the back.
Watch that 18 go into turn 3.
Inside Stenhouse.
Well, it's
way
stuck.
Inside.
It's stuck.
Yeah, but so did the 42. Kyle Larson is going to get a big run here off of turn 4.
And we're coming to the white flag. 1 to go.
Keselowski inside Harvick. Working on Stenhouse.
Oh, Larson got a little bit loose, but still gaining from the 31 and Newman.
Newman has set sail, boys. I tell you, he's got a nice lead. They're not going to catch him.
3 wide mid-pack, but out front, Ryan Newman, Kyle Larson to be second again.
So close, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Off turn 4. Hello, Newman. Ryan Newman wins for Richard Childress Racing. Larson, Kyle Busch, a photo finish for Keselowski and Stenhouse. Give 4th to Stenhouse, 5th to Keselowski, 6th to Harvick, Suarez, Eric Jones. Well, here's today's 5-hour energy, extra strength, big move of the race is that big restart by the Rocket, Ryan Newman.
But this was important right here. Larson turns down on in front of the 17. 17 drove in there very deep. I think if the 42 of Larson had stayed wide right there, I really think he would have been a lot closer to the 31 of Newman. But Newman just shot out there to get the lead.
Well, what's that 18 go down on the apron to pass the 17 right there? That was close.
He saw an opening. I understand why he wanted to go there.
Should have stayed in 3rd gear a little bit longer. Might have could have used that power.